Hello everyone and welcome back to the weekly Walla Wacky video. We've obviously been absent for a bit of time, but we're coming back now with a bang, ready for spring. And
back by popular demand.
Yeah, I think that's just two. Was it? Just so.
Yeah, Steph, Kath.
Oh, don't know about
Yeah.
that.
Oh, someone will be watching it. Anyway.
Someone will anyway, and I'm sure someone will get something out of it. We'll kick straight into Rose Hill. Obviously, Rosebud meeting, so it's the start of the season, really, kicking off. And we've got three in race two. We've got Show Court and Man Zeus, both maidens out of grade. What are you thinking there?
Both nice colts. I think they'll be destined for better things. It is a throw at the stumps with Man Zeus, but I think horses sort of rise to that level. And obviously, Show Court showed a glimpse of ability in the autumn, struck some
Just
wet
got
tracks.
back to bogged down.
I think so. I think he's a really exciting horse.
And then we've got Wave Rider Boy.
Well, she's the form man's tip. She's obviously got race fitness, stepping up to 1300 for the first time, but Hugh Bowman aboard, good draw, so she might keep them honest.
Perfect. Then we've got a bit of a gap until race 5, so Chris will be sneaking up and having a few beers, I'd say. And then we've got Fear Naught and Fromos.
I'll be sneaking up, having a few beers.
Yeah, I would have thought so. That's the usual routine.
Interesting.
So,
So Frumos, the boom horse, she's been very impressive. A couple of good wins at the provincials, and then came to town last start with a devastating win. So she's obviously going to be the one to beat. She's drawn wide. They're both drawn wide. Fear Naught comes down from Queensland. I like bringing those horses down this time of the year. They've had the warmer weather, race fitness. So despite her draw and at the odds, I think she'll run a good race for Mr. and Mrs. Scrooge.
and hard to do 4 in a row for Frumos, but surely Mr. Bowman cutting his holiday a day short and coming home just to ride her.
It's got to be a good
It's
sign.
got to be a nudge, hasn't it?
It does, for sure. And the track should be good. I know there's a couple of showers forecast, but I think the team have done a great job at Rose Hill. It's looking a picture of health.
That's good. Race 6, we'll be busy there. We've got No Compromise and Surefire resuming, both stayers.
Yeah, No Compromise is capable of running well fresh, and Surefire, we don't know a lot about him. He looks the goods. He's a decent horse. He struck some wet tracks in the autumn, but he did win first up. That was over 2,000 metres, as you said. This is 1,400.
Yeah.
Look out for them running home late and in for good preparations.
And then we also have Oscar Zulu and True Detective.
Well, Oscar Zulu is probably the form horse and the one best suited to the distance. True Detective's got Reece Jones back aboard, who's won on him.
One of them first up, I think.
We've kept him fresh for the race, and he'll race on pace or thereabouts and give them something to chase.
Then straight into race 7, we only have the Tooth. The Lassophile has stayed down in Melbourne, so we're left with the lovely Esteem, who's been racing well since joining the stable.
Slowly working her way into form. I think a better track would suit her. Drawn nicely, J Mac aboard.
And Kirkby with Tommy on.
Yeah, the riders have just been saying he hasn't been suited by slowly run races, so hopefully there's a bit of speed in the race and that'll give him a chance at good odds.
Okay, race 9, 1400 metre benchmark 78. We have Love Planet, Hugh Bowman, barrier 8.
Backing up from last week, they just went so slow and he got home okay. It's
Just
very
a barrier
rare.
trial.
Yeah, very rare for us to be backing them up, but as Charlie said, he just didn't get a chance last week, unfortunately. It was like a barrier trial, and let's hope they run along at a more genuine speed and he'll get his chance on Saturday.
And how's Paper Warrior going?
He's okay. He just hasn't been on the right leg with the tracks. Doesn't like the heavy 10s, which I don't think any horse does.
No.
But he does like a sort of a soft 7 to heavy 8. So hopefully there's a share or two for his sake, but not so for Colino. He needs a good track. Desperately unlucky last start. And
he's probably one on a bit of an upward curve for the prep, you think?
Definitely. Colino, I was amazed he didn't fall last start. It was desperately close. I think James was pretty pale when he came back, but let's hope he gets a bit more luck this week.
And finally, Zarastro in the last. Barrier 2, Nashville Willer.
First start is a gelding, which I think is a big key for him. He's got the ability. Hopefully the track stays in that soft 5 or better range, because he's that type of horse. He's a speed horse. There's obviously one in there to beat, the one that James is on, Shades of Rose, but I'd say Zoroastro could give it a fight.
Perfect. Well, best of luck everyone, and we'll see you next week.